Hello and welcome to my video, MGTOW Explained, Justice and Self-Ownership. I'll be playing extracts from a Just MGTOW stream and I'll be responding to the Forbidden Thinkers video, the complete destruction of traversable MGTOW, and Zephanorion's video, traversable MGTOW, natural born MGTOW. Now I'm only going to play the extracts that Zephanorion and the Forbidden Thinker used. I'm going to use Zephanorion's video as my base, and I'm not including the full video, so if you want to check out the full context and the full video, links below.
There's somebody nagging in my ear all that bullshit about what I need to do, all this future shit, how I'm not being good enough.
I want to go back.
All that shit. How I need to go ahead and change my behavior and my attitude. I'm seeming too uppity. I need to do all that shit. I need to go ahead and just, I just need to be a better man. Like, what the fuck? Someone busting my ass.
That fucking nightmare.
Exactly. To me, my place is a safe zone. And I will protect my safe zone as such. As in, if you come here and you're not welcome, there's a possibility of you not leaving here alive.
Now, at this point, I personally wouldn't have taken what SFM was saying too seriously, as he could have just been puffing his chest and venting his frustrations. But I still would have at least sent him a message in the side chat reminding him that he's on a live stream representing the entire MGTOW community. I would have reminded him of the fact that MGTOW detractors may be watching and waiting for anyone to slip up. I would have politely and yet assertively helped my friend retain his own dignity. As we go on, you'll see that traversable silence, nervous laughter, cowardice, and inability to effectively communicate with his own guests led to the absolute civil breakdown of his entire live stream.
SFM is talking about self-ownership. Funnily enough, I actually made a video about this yesterday. Wink wink, nudge nudge, you should watch that. Also for me, as he sounds like he's American, he's talking about personal property rights, as in, if you try to fuck with him in his own house or home, he has the right to defend himself. I don't know all the ins and outs of all the different states, but as far as I know, some of the states, if someone comes onto your property without your permission, you can legally kill them. I'm not American, so I could be wrong about the ins and outs, but I remember some Jackass episodes where they were trying to get themselves near killed. So to reply to Zephanorion, SFM is on a live stream representing the whole MGTOW community. My first response would be, I want to allow him to express himself freely and openly and honestly. And I didn't find a single thing he said objectionable. Sounds like very standard home protection, self-ownership stance. Zephanorion also says about there's MGTOW detractors waiting for a MGTOW or someone to slip up. Well, in my opinion, he didn't slip up, so I don't care. And humans in general are very quick to watch someone else slip up and then stop and laugh at them, and especially online, so that's neither here nor there. So he has, in my opinion, not lost his dignity in any way, shape or form, and on this point, Traversable didn't need to step in, because there was nothing that was said nothing so far that was said that was objectionable.
At first they discuss an article where a man had spent 20 years in prison, before the authorities later discovered that he was innocent due to the advent of DNA forensics. They continue on sharing how they would have reacted being in such a situation.
Let me just say,
apparently we don't know what we're talking about.
if the judge gave me the option, 30 years or death, I'm killing every last one of those motherfuckers. I'm killing the judge. I'm killing the bitch that falsely accused me. I am smoking bitches left and right like John Wick.
Damn.
And I'll take myself
24
out.
left.
Well, you be like more like Johnny Rambo.
24 left until my death.
I think we have the next shooter in here. One of you just walks down the street to one of the bitches that fucked you over and bang, just straight up fucking off.
That was me. I just wait for the fucking collapse to happen, start taking people that don't need to be in my life out. That's why when I hear stories of men who men who kill their baby mothers or the kid themselves. I don't really. I don't fucking care. I just don't. I used to.
After a while, how
I
can
just
you
when I hear
care?
those stories.
Because they always try to allude to something different. They always try to allude it. Like there was no reason why that guy snapped.
I remember a Tommy Sotomayor video was talking about it, and they're like, "Oh, the baby didn't have to die." I was like, "Yeah, I agree, but I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck." And they were talking about abortion and shit, and I was like, "What the fuck's the difference?" And I told them, I was like, "The only reason why you guys are caring is because you guys see the value of life after it leaves the vagina, vices it being."
I'll say this: maybe the baby didn't have to die, but the bitch that fucked over his life, nah, it was only fair. It was only fair.
And the thing is, you fuck with my livelihood, I have free reign, morally, free reign to fuck you up.
Hey man, tell him, when I see you, you're not going to be healthy enough to go to the ICU. It's not happening.
Okay, so to repeat the part that I am responding to, so if a judge gives you an option of sort of going to prison for 30 years, this guy is saying, tell you what, I'll just shoot and kill everyone. He later then says, if you saw the bitch on the street who fucked your life up, you should fuck her up as well. The other comment was when men or fathers kill the woman and sometimes they kill the kid, the guy has been or is desensitized or indifferent. And he even explains the reason why, because after you've seen or so many stories, you just don't care. It's like when you turn on the news and hundreds of people have died in various tragedies. Your empathy can only stretch so far. So to return to the court case, it's very simple. They're just talking about justice. Now, it is wholly unjust that women and the court and the state can destroy a man's life with zero or no repercussions whatsoever, to the point that they are literally destroying your life and you're just not defending yourself at all. And the injustice is so great and your recourse is so low, given the option, if you knew that was going to happen, yeah, why wouldn't you just kill them all? How is what they're doing any different to what he is proposing? Now you can say, oh, it's less violent. Well, the end result's the same. The end result is someone's life has been destroyed. And also, as everyone watching is super intellectually honest, think about how and why this scenario even exists. Why should this scenario even exist? Why should a man's life be on the whim of a woman? If she cries rape, your life's over, done. This is what happens when you have an unjust system. That people need justice. Vigilante justice isn't necessarily the way to go, but there needs to be some justice. If there isn't some, you're going to see vigilante justice. You're going to see results. How many people do you think are just going to let their lives be ruined, let their freedoms be destroyed without a physical fight? Because if they were educated, there's barely any legal fight to be had.
As we continue, I want you to take note that Traversable does nothing to interject in order to regain control of his own stream. There's even a point where SFM falls out of his anger high for a moment and realizes that he went completely out of control as the discussion about an article turned into his own personal death rant of how he will murder anyone in his life as well as online that continues to fuck with him.
Crazy bitches.
I don't think it's when I laugh, it's not. Obviously, I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at what I would do if that were me. I automatically see myself strangling.
That's the thing that I keep wondering. I keep wondering if somebody's gonna come at me with some of the things I've said. He gets mad at me sometimes when I'm actually talking about murdering bitches. And yeah, I've thought about that. But if
there's a legitimate reason to do so, I don't see a problem with it. Like something like
you
that.
sit there and you say you're gonna fuck my life up and make my life miserable, and then all of a sudden now you got all these little ratchet bitches trying to do things like that, knowing that I can't do anything back because I go straight to prison and shit like that. And the moment I do, proxy violence and white knight simps literally avail upon me in a swarm. So in a sense, my life actually has to be miserable. This bitch already knew it. She already knew it. She already knew that, yeah, it's perfectly fucking fine to make my existence fucking miserable. And there's nothing I can do to any threat towards me. I have to just fucking take it. And that's, oh yeah, that's really fine because, you know, man up, man up, man up. That's all you gotta do. Just man up, dude. You can take all of that. It's perfectly fine. With my family too. What, you think I have some type of attachment bond? Fuck attachment.
Yep.
It's fucking human survival, bitch. I know exactly what it really comes down to. There's no fucking sentiment or attachment with anything. You all die. I want to be left alone for a reason. Leave me alone. You know, none of you have the best interest for me at all. You want the worst, actually. You want servitude. Yep. Guess what? I don't worship servitude. Fuck you. You're not getting servitude at all. The servitude is for me only. That's it. You get nothing else. Yep. The more you want, the more you poke, the more you prod, the worse it's gonna end up for you. You won't give me a sense of peace with these just in my just natural existence. I just want to die out naturally. Can you let me do that? Oh, no. You think you got a plan, right? You think you know me so well. You're just gonna plan this out. We're gonna manipulate him, get him right back there. No, you won't. You'll die in the fucking process. I'll take your ass the fuck out. Oh, but no, you're not like that. Yeah, see, I tried. I tried my ass off. Oh, be a good man. Be all this shit.
It's simple as well, isn't it? Just leave you alone. Pretty simple concept. There's some fuckers, they just can't get it. They just don't get it.
Why the fuck are you all trying to use me so much and think that I need to be happy and complacent with the abuse mentally and physically? It's a thing. Knowing that damn well the moment I unleash, I'll be put down like a rabid dog. Leave me the fuck alone. That's all I want. Just leave me alone.
Yeah. I've met some people though, SFM, and I've had that attitude with them, and they just see it, they think, he's angry, I'll provoke him some motherfucking more. They're crazy. They're fucking crazy.
So he's saying very, very similar to what he said before. So he's talking about self-ownership and other people trying to take his sovereignty, take away his ownership. They're trying to get him back into the plantation. They're trying to take away his rights, his individual freedoms. And, like any individual, he should fight for those. He's just stating publicly, yeah, if you try to take on my rights, I'll kill you. Or should he be more like Jesus and turn the other cheek and man up? Take all his beatings, take all the abuse. Because the person abusing him's a woman, so that's fine. The person abusing him is society, so it's fine. One of my Portuguese friend, one of his favourite quotes. I don't need sex because the government fucks me every single day. And whilst that always makes me laugh, there is a lot of truth to that.
Wow, well that was a shit show. And did you notice how Traversable just stood by and let his friend damn near have a panic attack while shitting on the Miggy movement? If I were a MGTOW, I'd be concerned that those blue pill simps who don't really understand the Matrix Miggy philosophy might take this public meltdown as proof that MGTOW overall is no more than an actual misogynistic hate group now determined to cap bitches that fucked them over. Seriously though, it sounds like SFM has really been through some shit, and for that I really do hope he finds peace. But it still doesn't excuse what he and others said during that live stream. I'm sure they'll try to play it off as venting or rhetoric, just like any good, shady, dishonest politician would. But it doesn't change the fact that such rhetoric still has to be perceived and interpreted by the audience. Who knows what interpretation some unfortunate man who's going through a messy divorce while losing his kids might receive from watching that. Sometimes psychosis just needs a little push in the right direction and bam, we get to see the aftermath on the news.
So when does violent rhetoric become, I know, in real life violence? And you do have a point that someone could hear or follow something that someone else says. However, it's very hard, especially if you're just talking in general, like for example on a live stream, for that to be a direct indication. I remember having this argument with my friend about the let's say the KKK are like, kill all the Jews, kill all the Jews. They haven't, or kill all the blacks, kill all the blacks. Haven't killed any blacks in quite a while. However, Black Lives Matter are like, kill all the cops, kill all the cops. And then recently, they have actually killed some cops. Now, not to split hairs, but I'm pretty sure we've all flirted with the idea of killing someone. For example, I play online games. When they do a terrible update, we joke and say, yeah, we're just going to kill all the game developers. We're going to have our own event called the Pitchfork event, where we stab them all to death with pitchforks. In recent history in the UK, all our members of parliament, it was a scandal where it turns out they have been fraudulently spending government money on loads of stuff. Myself and my friends, or my family, if every member of parliament had got killed 2 weeks following the expenses scandal, no one would have shed a tear, and I would put money on that. But to answer to give you the wider point about the sort of blue pill detractors and societies, the whole point of going MGTOW is we just really don't give a fuck. I'm only making this video because I felt that perhaps my understanding or interpretation was slightly better than your interpretation. And we're all limited by the words we use. As if someone wants to interpret it wrong or does interpret it wrong, what can we do? What can the person really do? And I want people to speak as freely as possible. I can't remember it's called. Is it the Overton window where you limit dialogue? I don't want the Overton window. I want everyone to say what they want. And to split hairs, they didn't actually advocate violence per se. What they were saying was about the injustice. Again, if the injustice didn't exist, they wouldn't be saying what they're saying. That's the fundamental truth. They're not saying all women are evil, we need to start killing all women because they're evil. They're not doing some sort of Nazi shit. They're saying when a woman has fucked up a person's life, you should fuck their life up as well. An eye for an eye. Now, the whole world will end up blind, so that's not ideal either. And with the distractors, you just really don't understand. Like, we try to explain it to you, but some people, you just can't get it. Like, some scientific theories have been explained to me 100 times, and I still don't understand them. So that's about it for my video response. However, I'm going to leave in the rest of the clips, basically exposing traversable MGTOW, making up shit, and the evidence is plain as day. There's no arguing with it. He made some false accusations for no reason. He tried to play the kids angle, which that was just fucking weak. And if he had been a little bit more intellectually honest, he could just say, like, for example, I didn't realise it wasn't your images, or sorry, I sort of thought that you was part of that, but he didn't do that, and he kept on going, trying to justify his position. About free expression and calling out other MGTOWs, you should watch that if you want my full stance on calling out other MGTOW.
Then Immortal MGTOW responds to basically traversable MGTOW.
Traversable? I'm just going to tell you straight up, your false accusations have made you a disgraceful human being. You're a disgrace. I can't think of any other way to address you. I don't think there is quite possibly any civil response I can offer to this behavior of yours. This is despicable, it's atrocious, and if I were a leader in MGTOW, I would utterly expel you. I would say without hesitation that you would never be welcome back in MGTOW. MGTOW is supposed to be a community of men who are pro-male, who are there to help each other, build one another up. We get enough shit from society. Men have enough on their plate already. They don't need to come to a community where they get even more flack, more shit, accused falsely of things they didn't do. Do I make myself clear? And here's another thing. This is a pointed remark to the MGTOW community in general. Okay, I'm taking an example from the atheist community. When one of their own, AIU, he crossed the line when he made this assertion that doc dropping was okay against people who took issue with what he was saying. Okay, the entire atheist community rallied and made it known that that behavior was not welcome. And and that they didn't support it. Now I guarantee you, if a woman was on YouTube exhibiting the same behavior that Traversable is, every content maker in MGTOW will be putting out videos, have some strong words for that person, denouncing that person, denouncing that behavior. Why the fuck is this not happening in MGTOW? Every other major community, when someone loses their shit, when someone's behavior goes over the line, they rally together, they call them on it, and they make sure to distance themselves from that person. Why isn't MGTOW doing this? MGTOW, why are you not doing this? It's only been me and just a few other people that have had the bravery to speak out about this. And I know a lot of men that have come to me and said, I've always wanted to say something about this, but I've been too scared. Fuck that. I'm not scared anymore. I know a few other men who have spoken out against this, but it's time for the community as a whole to say enough is enough. That men like this are not welcome, that this behavior is not to be tolerated, and it is unacceptable, period. Men should not be allowed to call themselves a MGTOW while they simultaneously go around falsely accusing other men of things that they did not do. And these accusations are life-ruining. And they also trigger witch hunts, because any accusation that involves women or children, and in this case children, they know it triggers people's emotions. That people stop thinking rationally. Instead of saying, hey, wait a minute, an accusation's been made, where's the evidence? They just attack. They pick up torches, they pick up pitchforks, and they say, let's get the fucker. Instead of calmly saying, hey, wait a minute, presumption of innocence. And it's funny because you same guys will talk about, hey, men need to have the presumption of innocence again because we don't have it in society. But in your own goddamn community, you can't even abide by the presumption of innocence there.
The reason why I'm showing all these clips is because there's a misconception about Traversable. And Traversable has been trying to push this lie that he takes care of his own side, that he's better than Angry MGTOW, that he's better than the crazies. And yet, he has a very, very bad track record of saying and doing very shitty things. In fact, when he was slandering people by calling them pedophiles, he was doing it for a year.